Hey everybody, Max Prime. This is my Aquaman movie review. Definitely, if you love these type of reviews, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and let's get right into Aquaman. Now I'm going to be breaking down the plot, the visually stunning effects, the characters, and overall my thoughts on the movie. So again, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Aquaman, definitely go see it on Thursday, and definitely pause this video now because I'm going to get right into it. Now, the first category, story. The story was very solid in this movie. You know, we seen Arthur, you know, after the events of Justice League, he's on Earth, on the surface world. Of course, he gets approached by Mera telling him that, you know, there's a war coming. We see Arthur fight versus Atlanteans in the ocean. We get characters coming out of the woodwork. The story was really great. I loved it. I love the story. It was solid. It was easy to understand for people who did not know anything about Aquaman, like the casuals that are in the movie theater during the screener. They all enjoyed every single moment of it. Again, they were easily led into this movie, which is something that DC hasn't done in a long time, which is actually, you know, bring out a character and it wasn't easily translatable until now. You know, James Wan did an amazing job on actually explaining the character of Aquaman through this movie, or the story and everything. And so, you know how the story picks up. We see you know, Aquaman's dad meets Queen of the Atlantis, and that was also a dramatic moment too. You know, that whole relationship between the Queen and the human being, Arthur's dad, or Aquaman's dad, and it was very emotional. You really felt the heartstrings in there from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. And of course, you know, the story continues where Arthur has to protect the surface world from Atlantis, because Atlantis is about to wage war from Ocean Master. And one key note that in this movie they give that there's two worlds, the ocean world and the surface world, but you know, the message was that basically they're all one world no matter what, whether it be underwater or on the surface. I love that message. Let's get right into the visual effects. Stunning, amazing. I never thought I could watch like an underwater ocean movie and keep my attention for 2 full hours straight. It was like an underwater Star Wars. It was amazing. All type of like light effects, awesome animals interacting, all type of creatures from underneath the ocean, the visual neon lights underneath, beautiful CGI. I loved it. Let's get into the characters. Now, my favorite characters from this movie was Mera. Mera was awesome. Awesome job. She was on point from her character, from her powers. Let's get into Black Manta. Black Manta stole the show for me. Black Manta was the villain. They built him up in the beginning of the movie, and he finished at the end of the movie, even in, you could say, the post or mid-scene credits and stuff. Like, overall, Black Manta, I loved and enjoyed. Like, he made the perfect villain, even though he might not have had many lines, but the way they developed him was perfect, and you knew that he was going to be Arthur's villain through, you know, for the rest of the, you could say, the Aquaman or DC movieverse. You know, just like the comic books, they created a villain, and you know that's his main antagonist from here, you know, protagonists from here on out. Overall, I love the movie. I thought it was great. I think this is DC's win. Now, I know Wonder Woman was great, but Aquaman, this is I would say the first win after all the criticism from all the different critics. You know, there's all different critics out there that'll love to say Aquaman was horrible. Oh, you know, like, you shouldn't see this movie. Oh, it was, you know, it was above the surface, but that's all. No, it doesn't get above the surface. Don't listen to any of the critics. It was great. Go be a judge for yourself. It was awesome movie. I give it like a 9 out of 10. It was almost completely perfect. You know, even at the end of the movie where, you know, it's just a tearjerker, you know, it was such an emotional movie, and I think that everybody can go see this film and enjoy it. Those are my thoughts. Overall, it's a 9 out of 10. Leave your comments on the below once you see this movie. If you've seen the movie, tell me what you thought of it. Again, Aquaman was an amazing movie. You should go see it. I'm Max Prime, and that was my review on Aquaman. I'm out.